Are you tired of having
Too much money?
Are you tired of having
Too much free shelf space?
Do you look at your game room and think, this area feels far too practical? Well, good news everyone, because today we're going to be checking out Etrange Overlord Limited Edition for the Switch, which appears to be designed specifically to tackle both of those problems. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something fun. We're doing an unboxing for the limited edition for the game Etrange Overlord. First off, huge thank you to NIS America for sending this my way. Now you all know I'm a complete sucker for physical editions, collector's boxes, art books, soundtracks, and just about anything that makes my shelf situation worse. So today we're going to be opening this up, taking a look at everything inside, and seeing whether this is the kind of collector's edition that feels worth it for the fans. Am I addicted to boxes? Is that a thing? Well, if you ever see me on the show My Strange Addiction, just know that I'm being enabled, and none of this is my fault.
Look at me, son. It's not your fault. I know.
So yeah, not my fault, but you can definitely blame me for enabling you with the rest of this video. Oh, and I should probably tell you about the game, right? That's generally a good first step in a video like this. But come on, I swear, I think I know what I'm doing. But actually, that's probably a lie. I really don't. But for anyone who might not be familiar with Etrange Overlord, this is a musical action RPG created by Sohei Niikawa, the creator of Disgaea, and published here by NIS America. It also features character designs by Shinichiro Otsuka, which if you are a weeb like me, you would know he's the character designer for the anime Re:Zero. Speaking of which, I really need to catch up on that series. Now, story-wise, the game follows Etrange von Rosenberg, who gets falsely accused of assassinating the king and ends up executed, only to wake up in hell. So, you know, pretty typical stuff we're dealing with here. Also, the title is kind of a play on words since it's using her name, which in French means strange or weird, and I think that describes the main character pretty well. And now that she's in hell though, instead of falling apart about it, she basically decides, alright, I guess I'm gonna take over this place now. So basically the whole setup has this wild mix of humor and chaos that fits in with the fact that the creator of Disgaea made this. Now, on the gameplay side, it leans into a fast-paced action RPG combat with something they call a revolving lane mechanic that sends items, power-ups, and even your characters revolving around the stage. Now, plus, you can even play this with up to 4 players in multiplayer. So if you've got friends, you can force them to play this game with you. Honestly, I never got into the Disgaea games due to the grinding tactical nature of it, but this game seems to have that same crazy attitude with a more fast-paced, fun battle style. So I'm excited to play it. And you never know, this might be my gateway drug to playing Disgaea finally. Anyways, let's unbox this. That's why we're all here, so grab your snacks, sit back, and prepare to be enabled. Time to open the box. Now, before we get into that though, let's talk about the box. I think that's a good place to start. Now, looking at the box, it's basically the kind of typical collector's box that you get from NIS America. It's got some good cardboard. I love it. I love the heft of it. Just feels good, like it's good quality. And, you know, we've got 2 of the same art pictures on both sides of the box, which is a little disappointing. I wish there was separate ones, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like that's kind of the situation with a lot of the NIS America limited editions. I wish they would license a few more art pieces to kind of liven up the box a little bit more, but that's fine. And yeah, I think it's pretty simple. You got the box, and I'm gonna open it up. So got my trusty knife here. Let's rip this open. Okay. And we're good. So I'm going to try not to bend this box as I usually do. Oh, this is cool. On the inside, you have this really cool emblem. It's kind of like I think it's like a wolf and a rose, which is, yeah, nice little touch. So now that we have this box open, first thing, let's take a look at the game. So looking, this is the Switch edition. So we've got the game right here. And yeah, I'm digging the art. It's got her in kind of like a, you know, bigger form where everyone else kind of seems a little bit chibi, which I imagine in the game they're all chibi looking at footage from it. And yeah, I don't mind that. I think the look is great. This is a deluxe edition that comes in the limited edition box. So you get the digital soundtrack and the mini art book, which I imagine are also in this box, having the physical versions, which is more or less the same thing that you see from a lot of the NIS America limited editions. And I know a thing or two about limited editions from NIS America since I own just about every Trails one out there. So I've got my fair share of experience from opening them up and what to expect from them. But you know, you get your physical, it's the deluxe edition. You can't go wrong with that. It gives you some extra digital stuff that comes along with that. So yeah, it's standard stuff and I love it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing in this box. And I'm just excited to kind of go through all of this because I was on vacation and this has just been sitting at my house waiting for me to do this. So that's why I'm a bit late with talking about this. But anyways, let's cut to the chase and let's talk about the art book. So you get your standard hardcover art book that comes in here. And I like it because, I mean, you've got the art, and I like this little catchphrase right here, from hell to heaven. What is that going to mean? What does that mean in the game itself? So right now we know that she's going to be in hell. Does she make her way to heaven, or does she just take over? Who knows? I need to play it, and I'll find out, and we'll talk about it later. But for now, it's got some good stuff in here. I don't know if there's any spoilers, honestly. Yes, there's a warning. There's a warning label, so yes, there's definitely spoilers. But I'll kind of show off, like, it's got the same art that was on the box itself, as well as you're getting into, you know, some of the main characters in the game, and it gives you a little bit of a rundown on each of them, as well as some concept art for the different worlds in this game. So you can't go wrong. I love these little art books. I have a ton of them, and yeah, let me know if you like these, and do you guys like look at them often, or do they kind of just sit on your shelf in a nice little stack of stuff? Let me know in the comments. But from there, let's move on to the next thing. All right, so let's move on to the next thing with the included soundtrack. Now, this looks like the typical, you know, kind of opens from the bottom up, kind of what they have with the Trails limited editions, but this one says it's an original soundtrack, which it's not stating it's a mini soundtrack, so I'm curious to whether it's is this the full soundtrack that they're giving us? You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out right now. I want to let you guys know because that's what we're doing. So let me cut into this and let's see if the track list is in here and what it gives us. All right, opening that up, and moment of truth. We've got a 16-track list, which I believe is about the size of the soundtrack itself. So I think you're getting the full soundtrack for this, which is awesome. It's great to see. I know with Trails, it's hard to give you the full soundtrack since it's like just so many tracks, where this one I think is more regulated to 16 or so tracks. So you know what? This is a musical RPG, action RPG, so why not get all the music that you can from it? Anyways, it's great to see that. I've checked out a little bit of the music of it online, and I actually dig it. I think it has a really nice sound, and I'm excited to play it and listen to this some more. I can throw it in my car. I still have a car with a CD player in it, guys. Just know that. I love it. I've been kind of going back and forth with bringing out a binder of CDs again, so let me know if you're bringing it back that way. Anyways, let's move on to the really fun thing that's in this box right now. All right, let's get into the best part of this limited edition, and that is this baby right here. What they're calling the Conductor of Chaos musical acrylic stand, which, like we said, it's a musical action RPG, so you got to add a little bit of music to the limited edition to keep it within the theme. So let's take a look. Let's see how this thing works. Oh my god, I hate it when I open these things and I just like bend the top thing. because it drives me nuts. So let's go. So first off, first thing we get is Etrange herself. She's looking mighty fine. This is actually pretty big. I think it's a pretty, you know, hefty acrylic art piece of her, which I kind of like. You know, typical acrylic stands of characters are a little boring, but when they give it a little character, I don't mind that. I like that a lot. And then the rest of the stuff you get is a nice little stand that you can place her in. It does need batteries, so I'll work some, you know, magic in a little bit to have it just appear to be the way it is. But before we do that, sorry, that was a bit loud. Looks like you got like a little power button and the speaker on here, so you're gonna have that sound, but you know, you can also actually just plug this in, which I'll probably end up doing that, but I don't want you to watch me have to put all this together because that's boring. So let's work some video magic and let's have this playing music in just about right now. Okay. Oh, it's like a full-on musical, like, song coming here. Okay. All right. I think that's enough, and it gets the point across, but that's actually really cool. So not only is it just like actually playing the song as her from the game, but it glows in all the different colors and it kind of like strobes with the song itself. So that's actually such a cool thing to have. But let me know what you guys think about this acrylic stand and whether you'd love to have this on your shelf, because honestly, I'm ready to put it on my shelf right now because this is pretty cool. I love the musical aspect of it. I think her art design is really nice. So overall, a really fun addition to a limited edition box like this. And I think it kind of gives it a little bit more character because it plays true to the themes of the game and the style of the game. So it's these kinds of things that I appreciate when they put them in these limited editions, because they're not just like typical things that you'd find like just normal acrylic stands or the art book or the music CD, which you already expect to have. So it's nice to have something that is very specific to the game and kind of follows that theme, I think. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this. But while I was going through this, one last thing I want to show off before we move on to the end is stickers. Gotta have some stickers. I have so many of these stickers. I need to put, you know, I actually need to use them at some point. How do you guys deal with stickers? Do you have like a sticker book? Do you put them on your laptops? What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments because I need ideas. I need ideas to what to do with all the stickers that I have from different like collector's editions that I've received over the years. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the Etrange Overlord Limited Edition, and huge thank you again to NIS America for sending this over. It was a lot of fun to open this up with all of you and check out everything inside. So let me know down in the comments which item from this box is your favorite, or if you picked up this edition yourself. Also, let me know what items you would love to see in future limited editions so we can convince NIS America to continue to make them better. Now, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.